Hey guys, happy day 41. Happy Sunday or Monday when you're watching this. I am getting ready to log on to Zoom to meet with my peers, my classmates, essentially. I have done not much of anything. I watched a church service. Big shout out to RBC in San Antonio, Texas. What else? Oh, I made myself a bowl of oatmeal and had some yogurt. So I can tell I'm back home because back to the regular stuff. But other than that, today I'm obviously diving into the paper sooner than later. We plan to share our papers with each other, probably have some breakout rooms, and we plan to meet for about an hour and a half. So we'll see. I'm pretty excited to be meeting with everyone. And yeah, we are projected to get rain today. So I may not be able to take a walk. I may be on the spin bike. Darn. But we'll see. And what else do I have planned? Primarily working on my paper, walk or spin bike, cooking one of those sprout meals. Either myself or my husband will cook it. One of the two of us will do it. And yeah, I think that's all I have. I'm pretty sure I'll hop back on like after this meeting to be like, oh my gosh, this was so good. I'm just really looking forward to like connecting with everyone and just being a support to each other. I think just the timing of this, the timing is just right, especially since I am trying to complete chapter 2 and 3 by Thanksgiving. So what I have left over for chapter 2 is the summary. That's the main thing I want to get done today. So then starting tomorrow, I can focus on solely chapter 3. So we'll see. Anyways, I will catch up with you guys later, and happy day 41. Later. All right, guys, I just got off of the call with my peers, and 4 of us got on in total. I didn't send out like any reminders, or not just myself, but the other student. We didn't send out any reminders to say like, hey, don't forget we're joining today. But she was able to text a couple of folks, so they were able to hop on. It's refreshing. It's really refreshing to talk to people that just get it, that understand where you are in the process. And in the group, I'm the most farthest along in my program. I was explaining how my chair operates, and the other student that's finishing up chapter 1, she's like, how do you do it with your chair? I said, well, it's taken time for me to get to know my chair and how she operates. And then I was explaining how I had to redo like all of chapter 1 because it wasn't correct. And she's like, oh my gosh. I said, yeah. So it's been an interesting journey to say the least. So I think it's good for the other students that they haven't quite reached their chapters yet. They're working on their project justification statements. But they're seeing the foresight of like where they're going to be heading. So I said, I wished that this type of group existed a year ago. Because if I could have known someone that was further along in the process, I don't know if it would have necessarily changed anything for me, but it would have given me better perspective on what to expect. Um, and I feel like just having a group where we can support each other wherever we are in the journey, I think that's the key. And I think that's the key to the success. And it eliminates the isolation, and it just gives each of us an opportunity to say where we are in the process, what are we struggling with, what are some victories, some strengths, and what are some things that we're working on. And so I'm just super happy for one of my peers. Like, she's going to be moving along into another course, which is like planning two of our applied doctoral project. And she's been able to narrow down her topic. Another student is still narrowing her stuff down, but and then the other student, she's in chapter one. So we're just like moving right along where we need to be. So now I'm gonna go eat a snack. And then I think I'm going to end up watching a Christmas movie and then taking a walk here in a little bit. Probably should walk now because the sun is out. We were supposed to get rain today. I don't think it ever rained, but I'm feeling really confident. And I walked away with like another good recommendation. I'm like, duh, Deanna, why didn't you do this? So one of the things they recommended in the process is look up other students that have completed their applied doctoral project, and specifically around program training or program manuals, such as myself. I'm going to basically develop a program. What I did not think about this, is that I should look up other students who have completed their doctoral programs, but specifically with my chair. And the reason why this is super invaluable, big shout out to my peer that was on the call. For privacy reasons, I won't say her name. But I was like, oh my gosh, that's genius, because I'm moving into this chapter three, and there's things that my chair's asking me to do. And she's also saying, like, I don't think you understand what prisma is or triangulation, which I've been saying this on the last couple of video calls with you guys. And I'm like, I don't think I understand it, but doing the best I can, okay? Um, but I think being able to see how she supported another student in this process and being able to read that student's paper, I think will really help me in terms of having a blueprint. There's something I learned about myself many years ago. Many years ago. I think I was in my early 20s. I worked for teachers' unions in Texas for a while, for about 2.5 years. And I worked with a lot of people that were very much older than me. They were like the same age as my parents, sometimes older. And honestly, they really helped me in organizing myself, and they taught me how to use the Stephen Covey planners and all of that. And we would do these like personality tests and just different things that would help us professionally. And something I learned about myself in one of these like tests or whatever we did was that I like blueprints and I like history. Not so much to copy anything, but to give me a greater understanding of something. So for me, this process of being a doctoral student has been extremely overwhelming because there's no blueprint. I didn't have, I don't have like a family member that's pursued this level of education. The closest that I've had this, any kind of connection, is working at a college, working at a community college, and being able to, tap on a couple of people's shoulders and ask them questions, but specifically needing to talk to people that are roughly my age. Because even though I can talk to someone else that's older and pursued their doctorate, it's a long time ago. A lot of things have changed. So that's the closest I've gotten to the blueprint part of things. And to just get that historical perspective. Otherwise, I've really had to just blaze this trail alone and figure it out one step at a time, one meeting at a time, and that's about it. I've gone to YouTube to kind of see like if other people are documenting their process, and not really. There's not a lot of 40 something year old women documenting their process. There's a lot of younger folks that are documenting their process, but I can't relate to that. And this is part of why I'm documenting my own process, is because I know there are a lot of men and women getting their doctorate that are my age and older, and they're getting to this part of their program where they're ready to quit. And if they happen to get on YouTube and happen to see that I was in a challenge and happen to hear me talking about this stuff, maybe it will give them just a little bit more encouragement and just insight on what to do. Because it's a real struggle doing this. And I feel like we're all kind of a special population at this point, because getting your doctorate 20 plus years ago or 30 years ago at this age was so taboo. It's not the case anymore. And I shouldn't say that. It can be the case, but it's more accessible. And so we're all like doing something that most of our family has never done. Most of our friends have never done. Our colleagues have never done it before either. And so we're just doing this alone. So, anyways, I hope, again, and just me sharing my journey, and my challenge and all of that. I wish I would have documented more of this a year ago. Hey, timing is everything, right? It wasn't time for me to document, but I'm glad that I'm documenting it now, because I'm quite confident there's going to be a solid 150 days of me talking about this. And so that's 150, checkpoints, guidance, playlist that somebody one day will play through to be like, okay, what did Deanna do that day? What did she say? Did she give any good tips or whatever? That's my goal. Is I just don't want someone else to feel so isolated and alone. And I hope in recording these things and doing a challenge can just support someone along in their process. So that's how Sunday is going. I will check back in with you guys a little bit later, maybe while I'm walking. We'll see. But so far, the peer group was really, really good. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.